Next, we have Brie Bella. We have Brie Bella. She does come to the ring after this match, and they start talking about Daniel and how's he doing. But Brie Bella is cut off by Charlotte. And it's kind of rude if you really think about it, but I kind of expected Charlotte would do that since Brie Bella is in the ring. And Brie Bella was smart. She didn't wear heels to the ring because, you know, if you're in the ring, you're fair game to get attacked. But Charlotte comes out to the ring. She starts talking about Daniel Bryan and how heroic he is. And she starts talking about Nikki. And in a way, Charlotte is trying to get Brie Bella to forfeit her match with Charlotte this Sunday at FastLane, and telling her to go home to Daniel and be with Daniel and be with Brie Bella and not Brie Bella, Nikki Bella. She's telling Brie Bella to go check on her sister Nikki and help her through physical therapy and be the good wife and good sister that she knows she is. In a way, Charlotte is just trying to get out of the match. And Brie Bella actually calls her on that. She's like, I'm actually disappointed on the champion that you are. The type of champion that you are. Because Charlotte knows that Brie Bella is not an easy win. And bringing in her husband and her sister, she just added more fuel to her fire. And she didn't say disappointed. She said disgusted with the type of champion that Charlotte is. So, Charlotte, she actually, Ric Flair came out with her, and Ric Flair was about to walk up on Brie, but Charlotte holds her back, and once Rick got out of the ring, Charlotte's like, well, you know what, I offered you a chance. I offered you a chance to walk away, and Charlotte actually goes to insult Brie and says that she thinks that she's a disgust of the champion that she's become. She can only imagine what, and I quote, what Brie's goat-faced vegan babies will become. You took it too far right there, Charlotte, and for sure she paid for it because Brie, she slapped her and attacked Charlotte, gave her some kicks inspired by Daniel Bryan, and got Charlotte out of the ring. And it is on, people. It is supremely on between these two. It is going to be on. So, next, we have Y2J, Chris Jericho. He comes out to the ring. He actually comes out to be on commentary because there is a match. The upcoming match is AJ Styles versus The Miz. The Miz, he actually started showing some aggressiveness towards AJ, and I guess that's because he knocked out his teeth. But Miz, he started taking out AJ a lot. Like he was getting the upper hand most of the match. But through one part of the match, I actually thought that when AJ hit the Miz, I thought he knocked out his tooth again. Maybe he did. Maybe we'll have to see later, see if Miz posted up a picture and see if his tooth is knocked out again. But maybe he didn't. But near the end of the match, the Miz went for the skull crushing finale and he connected. So Miz got the 1, he got that 2. Oh, AJ Styles kicks out of the pin. And hardly anybody kicks out of the skull crushing finale, but AJ Styles did it. And the Miz, he was so shocked, he was so angry. He started kicking, once AJ Styles got in the corner, he started kicking him and trying to choke him with his knee and just telling him to quit and quit and quit. And Miz went to the other corner of the ring and trying to run back, I guess to do one of his clotheslines. But AJ ducked it. He grabbed the Miz's leg and he put him back. He put him once again in the calf crusher like he did in their last match. Miz, he was a little close to the ropes, but he wasn't close enough to grab it. And Miz had no choice but to tap out once again to the calf crusher. And AJ Styles is your winner. So I hope that teaches you a lesson, Miz, to leave AJ Styles alone. So after the match, AJ Styles, he celebrates a little. And you can see that Y2J, Chris Jericho, has a mic. So I had a feeling they were gonna do something with these two and have them talk. So Chris Jericho, he starts to compliment AJ on his match and everything, but AJ, he actually gets ahead of him and say, "Okay, I know what you're doing. You're just here to play games. So how about we just do this? You won your match. You won your match against me last week on SmackDown, but it is eating you up alive that I, AJ Styles, beat you, Chris Jericho, on my first night on my debut match on Raw." And you can see that it still does. So there is a rubber match here. Chris Jericho won one, AJ Styles won one. So AJ Styles actually, he just says, "Okay, how about I issue a challenge to you? You, Chris Jericho versus me, AJ Styles, third time at FastLane." So Chris Jericho just told him, like, you know what? He just says he's not sure if he wants to wrestle AJ Styles again, but we all know he does. So quit playing around, Chris. And Jericho says that he will think about it and get back to AJ Styles on SmackDown. Come on, you guys. We already know it's bound to happen. There's no way you're going to back out of fighting AJ Styles to prove him wrong 2 times in a row, especially at a pay-per-view. That's not going to happen. You're not going to just throw that out. So next we have the Dudley Boyz. They come back to the ring. They come out to the ring, and it looks like they were going to grab a table, but you can see that Bubba Ray just shakes his head, say no, and Devon throws the table back under the ring. I already knew they were going to do that. So they started talking about what they basically said on SmackDown. We're not going to be just a nostalgia act and right off into the sunset. We are the baddest tag team in the WWE. So, on the planet, sorry, not in the WWE, on the planet, they say. And they say their legacy will be defined by all their tag team title reigns, not by a piece of furniture. So, it looks like the Dudleys are done with tables. But, you know, that may be what they used to be known as, but I guess they want to be known as more. So, it's pretty intriguing with the Dudleys, you know, trying something different with this new heel act. So, we'll see what happens there. We'll see if who their next opponent is going to be. If they're going to have a match at FastLane, I don't know. We'll have to see if that happens on SmackDown. But as of right now, they have no match against anybody. So next match we have, it is a Divas match. It is between Paige and Summer Rae. And it was kind of a quick match for me. For me personally, it was kind of a quick match. And Charlotte was earlier. Summer Rae, for some reason, she was getting the upper hand on Paige, and I guess this was just not Paige's night for some reason. And Paige, she tried gaining some momentum towards Charlotte, but Charlotte, she got on Paige. She using those long legs of hers, and Paige, I don't know why. I guess I really like Paige, but it was Summer Rae. Summer Rae is the one that used her long legs, and Summer Rae got the 1, she got the 2, she got the 3. Summer Rae is your winner. And even Paige was supremely shocked about this. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were shocked that Summer Rae won. But, you know, Summer Rae's trying to show that she's just not somebody you just want to look over. She's not just a jobber, as people like to refer to people who keep losing. She's not a diva jobber. She's not somebody you just want to look over and pass by and not take seriously. So congrats to you, Summer, on getting your victory tonight. So next we have Lillian Garcia. she introduces Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman, he introduces himself, and he actually calls Brock Lesnar the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Pump the brakes there, Paul. We're not at FastLane just yet. Brock Lesnar has not won the match yet, if he even wins the match. So pump the brakes there, because you still got 2 people to get through. Roman Reigns, and of course, my very, very motivated baby boy, Dean Ambrose. So you might want to pump the brakes there. So he says that the triple threat match on Sunday will be very historic. And he says one beast will emerge from that match and go to WrestleMania with Triple H. And he says he doesn't want to stand out there and talk while Roman Reigns watches him on a monitor. So what he does, he calls Roman Reigns to the ring. Roman Reigns does come to the ring, and Heyman, he cuts a promo. He cuts a very, very great promo, like he always does. Heyman, he never disappoints with his promos. I'm just putting that out there now. He never disappoints. So he brought up Roman's opponents at FastLane, that he's going against Brock Lesnar, he's going against Dean Ambrose, and he also brought up Roman Reigns' daughter, saying that if Roman becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, he can go home and say, like, Daddy won. Daddy is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Daddy is the champion. So he says that Roman is going to have to make a choice between his daughter and his best friend, Dean Ambrose. He says that Roman cannot have both. He can either have his daughter or his wife, and his wife, what is going on with me tonight? His daughter or his best friend. And he brings up, like, if you choose your best friend over your family, then that leads to divorce courts. If you choose your family over your best friend, then that leaves you alone in the locker room. But that also leaves you in the middle of the ring with the championship held over your head. So he says that Roman will have to make that choice on Sunday. And Roman said, you're good. You're really good. And Roman lets him know that he made a choice a while ago. And he said he's willing to pay every price. He's willing to pay every price. He's willing to pay the price every night. And so is Dean. He says he's fought Dean before and he beat him. He says he's fought Brock Lesnar before, but he hasn't beat him, but he's beat his butt, apparently. Well, he said the A word, but I'm not really a swearer. But he says he beat Brock Lesnar's butt. And so he says Heyman is right. Roman has everything on the line this Sunday. And he says he will win on Sunday. And then he's going to beat Heyman's boy, Triple H. Well, I don't think that's Heyman's boy, but he's going to beat Dean, he's going to beat Brock Lesnar, he's going to go to WrestleMania, he's going to beat Triple H for the title. So, fans were not very happy with that. So, you could definitely tell you have some Dean Ambrose fans, some Brock Lesnar fans, and not so many